Ba-boom! What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is, of course, the missing link in my Friedman guitars, the Friedman NoHo. Now, this is not my guitar at all. I actually bugged Jeff over there. I was like, dude, you gotta send me one of those. He's like, we don't have any right now, you know. We're sold out of them. I'm like, you gotta send me one. So he finally sent me one. And, shouldn't say finally, he thankfully sent me one to check out. Because I had a lot of you guys asking me about these. I was like, you know, I only got to, like, hold one for a second at NAMM, and that was kind of it. So that's what this is. So like I said, not my guitar. This is more of, they're doing me a solid and sending this out to me to check out. And I have to send it back. And I'm actually reshooting the original video. I shot a video when I first got it. And I was like, well, after I went back and watched it, I was like, I really don't like that video. So I'm reshooting it all now. Probably going to make an even worse video. But we're just going to roll with it. Now, if you don't know what this is, like I said, it's the Friedman NoHo. Now, what is pretty significant about this guitar is what Dave Friedman and Grover Jackson have come up with. Now, this is a, you know, you look at a Super Strat, a very nice top. This is proof. A lot of people complained that, you know, all the Friedman guitars are relic. You know, why can't they make just a nice, clean and pristine looking thing? And guess what? They can, and it's a banger. Now, this one, even though it's 24 frets, it's actually the same, you know, scale length as, say, a Les Paul. It's, you know, 24 and 3/4 inch scale length, but 24 frets. So a lot of people ask me, if you have smaller hands, you're like, what kind of guitar should I get for smaller hands? This is, you know, such an ideal guitar for you. It took me a minute to get used to because I have bigger hands, but once I got used to it, the guitar was fine, and you know, it was no kind of like difficulties playing it. I can tell it's shorter, for sure, but it feels very, very nice. Now, for tones today, I'll tell you specs in a second. For tones, I'm actually running out of the NoHo into the Friedman B50 Deluxe. Yo, we full Friedman today. And we are going to go into the 2 notes. I'm simulating a 4x12 cabinet. Now, the specs on this guitar. Now, this one, like I said, 24 and 3/4 inch scale, 24 frets. You do have this really nice flame maple top on it. This is an alder body. Now, the back of it is black backed. And, you know, a real German Floyd. You've got locking, is it Goto, hip shot tuners. And a single tone, and then these are the Friedman Triple D pickups. And I think one of the most, like, the best surprises so far that I've had in my experience with Friedman guitars is how good the pickups are. Like I said, the classic P90 that they have, I ended up taking out the Antiquity that was in my gold top, and I replaced it with the classic P90 because I was just so happy with how those classic P90s in my vintage T sound, and I'm like, I want that sound in my gold top. So I ended up even replacing those pickups with Friedman's now. Like I said, other than that, if you want to get super specky, Jazzgar frets, all that kind of stuff, that's all on the website. That's not really my thing to go deep dive that much. Obviously, a nice, big old thick rosewood board is on this thing with a maple, I think it's hard rock maple neck, but it's a thick slab of rosewood. So what else? You know, I think that's kind of all I'm going to cover. I'm just going to play and talk about my experiences with it. Now, what's kind of cool is this has a 5-way switch on it. So let me hit you with some cleans. So that was position 2. Let's go ahead and hear, this is just your neck pickup, you know, position 5 is what I call it when the switch is all the way up, so. So there you go, you know, a typical humbucker sound, but like that position 2 was really interesting to me because I like the sound of that a lot. Even the bridge pickup sounded great. It had a nice quack to kind of dig in and breaks it up a little bit more. These are pretty hot pickups. Like I said, these are the triple D pickups, so they're pretty hot. You know, they're not going to be your single coily sound if you want that, you know, that kind of sound. I have a Classic Plus in my Vintage T, and I really like that one. I like these too, but I think I prefer the Classic Plus. A little bit less compressed. But so some distortion sounds on here for you. Now again, I'm just gonna, you know, give you a gist of the switches and positions, because I'm not trying to deep dive all this stuff for you. Just a lot of you guys wanted me to check these out, so that's what I'm doing. Now, one thing real quick about this is the lights. You can hear I don't have any kind of noise gate on, so there's some buzzing, and I can't. It literally stopped. It was so loud a minute ago. We're in a bad power area, and some days it's bad. It was bad before I shot the video. I guess it's okay now. So we're just gonna roll with it. There's your bridge pickup. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier. I probably put it on the screen by now, but I also have a Hall of Fame reverb. You can hear it in there. Kind of set to a room sound. And that's your bridge pickup. Like I said, it's a 5-way switch. I ain't going through all 5 of those switches. Here's your neck pickup if you want to hear it. And right now I'm running through the BE side. So if you don't know anything about the BE50, Deluxe is basically you have the Buxom Betty is the clean, the BE, and then the HBE is the higher gain, which I'll hit that here in a second when I do some more lead stuff. But right now, like I said, it has a nice sound to it, and I do that a pretty good woman style tone. I'll hit you with position 4 this time. You can hear it a little more of that buzz in there because now it's splitting the coils. More of that sound I love. I like that kind of chimier sound. There you go. Some distortion for you. Now the higher gain stuff, like I said, for more soloy. I feel like this is where the pickups and stuff really shine. Is this higher gain section? They sound really good with low gain too, but overall, man, just a smoking guitar. Like I said, I like that Friedman came out with these because it just, like I said, they kind of got a little bit of hate about doing the relic thing all the time, and this is just an absolute flawless guitar. So they can do it if you want it. Now, one of the big questions from you guys was, once you knew that I had one of these, is what do I like more, this or the Cali? Now, that really, they feel very different because they are very different. Like I said, the scale length is a pretty significant thing, especially 24 frets. Now, for me, I went Cali because I like the tight feel of a 25.5-inch scale length on my guitars. I also just wanted a 3-way switch on here, and honestly, this guitar wasn't out. I didn't know it existed when I got my Cali, but I still think I would have went Cali because if you like a more, like I said, 25.5 scale, if you prefer that, you know, Gibson-y kind of scale on stuff, man, try one of these. I'm telling you, especially if you have smaller hands, 24 3/4 and 24 frets, it makes a big difference. Get your hands on one of these to try them. Like I said, the Friedman NoHo, I don't think I forgot anything. If I did, I'm sure I'll put it on the screen. And you can always check out the link down below and get the full spec-a-roonies on it all. But other than that, guys, I'm going to bounce on out of here. Check these guitars out. Huge thank you to Jeff and Alex over at Friedman for letting me have this guitar for a while. I really do appreciate it. And, you know, thanks for you guys to always being awesome. So other than that, I'm out of here, yo. Whoop!